What's up, everyone? It is just about midnight here on January 2nd, 2025. And as you can see, I have the McLaren 12C replacement in the garage. It is epic. It is a McLaren 675 LT with a roof scoop in McLaren orange, completely McLaren oranged out. And for this brief period in time, I do actually have two McLarens in the garage. It's honestly surreal. It is a childhood dream come true, as I'm sure many out there can imagine. The 12C will be for sale soon, but for now, these two side by side is pretty epic. Now, there will be time to get into the 675 LT and what makes it such a special car. But here and now, I want to share with you the delivery day experience. It's a really special milestone for me, and it's just something that I personally found to be even better than I imagined it could be, if that makes any sense. And so I wanted to share that with you. There's gonna be footage of a speech I gave, yes, a speech, at the delivery day. I think that is unusual. I don't think anybody does that, but I was telling Tadashi, the person who filmed it, that when people take it to 10, I take it to 11, just because I like to have fun with it, and so that's what I did. It really turned into a day of appreciation more than anything else. Appreciation for my wife, for my in-laws, for my family, my daughter, my brother, for the dealership, Nima, Catalina, basically everybody that made this dream possible. Thank you so much. I'm going to get into the delivery video, and then after that, I'll show some B-roll of the car and just speak to it here about why I bought this particular one. So let's get into the delivery and speech now, and then I'll be back. So honestly, today it's a moment for me. I'm gonna speak from the heart. This is surreal. When my friends asked me the other day how I feel about coming here, I said, honestly, it still does not feel real to me. This car has been something that I've personally, I don't want to say lusted after, that's not the right word, but I saw this actual car in 2019 at Car Week, and I remember thinking it was the quintessentially perfect McLaren spec. And I took 14 photos of it, and I pointed it out to my wife, Tran. And here we are some 5 years on, and it is now our car. That's honestly incredible. And the circumstances around this are such that, you know, I've hunted for a car with a roof scoop for many years. They only come up maybe once every 1 or 2 years. And this one came up, and not only did it come up, the circumstances around how it came up through this dealership group, you know, with a sales manager in Nima that took us out on the racetrack at Sonoma Raceway a couple of years ago, through a parent ownership group where we've bought 2 other cars, our 12C included, with Catalina, wonderful, so appreciative of all your help. I mean, for me, this moment, it's not about me, it's not about uncovering this car, it's about saying thank you and appreciating the support and love of my family to be able to kind of realize a dream. This is the instantiation of a dream under this cover. And so thank you for being here. Thank you to you, Catalina. I wish Nima was here for this, because thank you to Nima. Thank you to Tadashi for filming this. And yeah, let's do it. Lana, you want to say open? Yeah, you want to say open?
Can you say open? Open.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Can I hold her? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. You ready, Lana? Okay, watch. Watch. Wow! Lana! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Can you believe this? Now, as for why I bought this McLaren 675 LT and decided to let my 12C go, if you've seen the 12C video that I made recently, you know that it was an indefinite hold for me. It was a car that I could have kept forever, and that I still thoroughly enjoy. So why did I decide to buy the 675 LT? Well, everybody who has driven both has said that the 675 LT just takes it to another level. And you can hear that and you can read that, but really until you experience it for yourself in person, you cannot compute the extent to which they have just made this car so much more visceral and violent and enjoyable and tactile. I think the key things, well, especially with this car with the roof scoop, I don't know what a 675 LT without a roof scoop sounds like, but the induction noise, the sounds that come through the cabin just make it an event. Pure theater when you're even just sitting at a stoplight.
Wanna push this button right here?
Push this one.
Push that one. Push. Oh! Oh! Wow, isn't that so cool?
And then the hydraulic steering on this car with a different rack and steering ratio just make the feedback when you're steering this car so incredibly precise to the point that you really actually need to be always paying attention. If you look down to try to adjust a setting and you're not paying attention to the road, you will veer off course that quickly. Whereas in the 12C, you can just kind of hold the steering wheel and make adjustments. No, in the 675 LT, you need to be paying attention all the time. And that is incredible driver engagement. They've done so many little things to this car, and the total effect is so much greater than the sum of all of its parts as to be surreal, as to be next level, as to be just purely exceptional. And so it's funny because when I drove this car, I took it all of 2 blocks and I knew instantly that I was gonna buy it, that I had to have it. But I will say, having driven it home, I have still a soft spot in my heart for the 12C because at 1/3 the value, it is not 1/3 the car. Both of these cars are absolutely exceptional. This one in particular, with the 675, I really was set on getting a roof scoop car. And it's one of those things where, almost like the 12C, I tried to hunt a McLaren orange car for the longest time. And then someone basically said, you know what? You could wait forever, or you could just go to the dealer, pick the best looking car on the lot, and go and enjoy life. And that's actually what I did with my 12C, and it's graphite gray underneath, even though I wanted McLaren orange. And I've owned the car for 7 years and absolutely loved it. But this particular 675 LT here, I went to Car Week in 2019, I was at a McLaren event, and I saw a 675 LT with a roof scoop in McLaren orange at this event. And it just caught my eye, drew my attention immediately, and I just thought, that is the most quintessentially perfect McLaren spec I think I have ever seen in my life. And I told my wife that, and I pointed it out to her, and I took 14 pictures of this car. And when this car came up for sale, and I realized what it was, I immediately thought of that car I had photographed in 2019. And I went back and I found the pictures, and sure enough, as you can imagine, it was the exact same car. And the reason I know that is because these orange louvers here, they're rare. They're not typical on a 675 LT. Neither is the roof scoop. So we have louvers and a roof scoop on a 675 LT, but here's the catch. They're orange. They're painted McLaren orange. Now, most 675 LTs, if they have the louvers, they're gonna be in bare carbon fiber. They're gonna be a dark gray black color. Same with the winglet on the end of this bumper, and same with the side vents over here. This particular car is McLaren oranged out everything. And as far as I can tell, scouring the entire internet, it is a one of one. I've seen other McLaren orange cars. I've seen other McLaren orange cars with a roof scoop. I've seen other McLaren orange cars with a roof scoop and louvers, but they all have bare carbon fiber somewhere, whether it's here, here, or on the side vent, or perhaps even the roof scoop itself. There is something that is bare carbon fiber. This is the only one I'm aware of that is McLaren orange everything, and that really does make it, to my mind, the most quintessentially perfect 675 LT McLaren spec. And it's now mine. It's in my garage. Honestly, I can't believe it. It's really, really incredible. It's a dream come true, a true dream come true, sitting here physically in front of me, a dream come true. The kind of thing that as a kid I would put a poster on the wall of and just imagine someday I could maybe have, but not really believe it. It's here, and I still honestly kind of almost cannot believe it. So this was a really special day. Again, I want to say thank you so much to my wife, my family, my in-laws, Omba, Lana, my brother, everyone that came out for the event, everybody at McLaren Walnut Creek for making this possible. Again, Nima, Catalina, and David especially. Tadashi for filming the event. Now, I love to film stuff myself for my channel, but the one thing I can't do is film and talk and take a delivery at the same time. So it was very awesome and gracious of McLaren Walnut Creek to actually have a videographer there who also happened to be Tadashi, who I've actually been with at other events such as Thunderhill, where I made a video and I actually used some of his B-roll in that video as well. So it was great to reconnect with him. I really appreciate the footage that he captured of this special moment for me and my family. And that's all I've got for this one. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you at the next one soon.